Hello everyone, and it's a bit of a late one, but the Arsenal waffle, I've decided to give it a couple of days, firstly through being busy for starters, secondly to kind of enjoy what happened on Saturday. Obviously a massive victory in the end. A first half where we did all right, but of course Villa were more clinical really. Um, I was a bit pessimistic in the first half. I'll be honest, a lot of Arsenal fans around me were pessimistic. I think it showed that maybe we weren't quite ready yet. After the disappointment of Wednesday, you do, you do have to come into a game where Villa probably felt they had a chance. We're against, like I said on Friday, a team who know us well in regards to management and ex-players. A manager who's obviously never lost to us until Saturday, and it was a bit concerning at half time. Like I said, there was a lot of negativity around me, no more so than from someone who is a regular Arsenal fan TV who annoyed me, if I'm honest, as he annoys many. But still, he after 12 minutes, I almost had to tell him to shut up, because after 12 minutes you can't write off a football match. But we dug in, and second half it was an unbelievable turnaround from everyone. And even though there was huge positives from it in regards of the grit, the mettle, the never say die attitude that we showed, the negative for me, even though I shouldn't be like this, is that we do need a very good centre forward, and Jesus can't come back any quicker than he can. I said Martinelli should start down the middle, and not to say that anyone's right or wrong in suggesting that. I think a striker was needed in January, but I've gone negative quite early here. I don't know why, but what a great result! It's a game that will live long, regardless of how the season ends. It's not many away days where we can go and do what we did on Saturday against the team who, to be honest, when he went 2-2, they could have made it 3-2 when Leon Bailey smashes the crossbar, although it was a great save from Ramsdale. It wasn't cut and dry, and we did get that luck, and sometimes you need luck, and sometimes you earn luck. And Jorginho with the effort, I don't know many who would have even taken an effort on from there. Not saying it was miles out from goal, but we know that we like to keep playing it around until we can work an opening, rather than just, do you know what, if you don't buy a ticket, and this time you won the raffle, even if it's off the back of Emi Martinez's head, which couldn't have been any sweeter. And then for him to kind of get told off publicly by Unai Emery by going up for a corner, which Emery said he was never allowed to do, makes that even better as well. But there's a lot of positives. Like I said, Ben White coming back, he looked more than solid. All right, kind of both goals came on his side. They worked it well for the second. Very good goal from Aston Villa. And the first goal, obviously, one ball takes out a lot of the defence really, and it's 1-on-1 with Saliba. And obviously I pinpointed Coutinho and Watkins on Friday night. All right, a bit of a giveaway because they're both strikers, but to both score as well, you got to deal with what you have to deal with. And you're telling me there wasn't any research on those two, but like I said, you go into the second half, Erdegaard stepped it up, even though I thought the game would draw. It would end in a draw after the miss he had. But he dug in more than most, and he has done all season. He's been someone who, you look at him off the ball and you think he's showing what a captain should have in regards to leading by example, showing that hard work. To look at James Milner, hard work is one thing, but you should always have hard work. Because at the end of it, well, no matter what profession you do, let alone professional footballer, but he adds quality to that as well. And when you've got the fine finish from Zinchenko, the Jorginho effort, which end of the day was a very good effort because he's hit the bar. It's not that he's just wayward striking. It's deflected. He's hit a fantastic effort that's hit the bar. And, of course, Fabio Vieira, who, again, made a difference when I said I think he should come in for Xhaka for a little while. And he's come in. People were pointing out the defending when Bailey does hit the bar, because if he leaves himself open, Watkins is through. So he has to hedge his bets, and he did very well. And then the through ball to Martinelli. There's a lot of things to take away, and especially with Leicester away coming up, you've got to have some of these to kick. Because Leicester now, they're not the relegation battlers we all thought they could well have been after the terrible start they had. And to go to Leicester, I mean, I've been to, I need to say Filbert Street, but I've been to the King Power a few times, and it is tough. I've seen the 5-2 win, but I've seen 0-0s, 1-0s and 3-1 defeats, and it's not a place that is a good place to go to, especially if the fans are all on side, and luckily for us that the fans all are on our side, even though there was the negativity. They're still better than it ever was under Arsene Wenger at some point. So, there's those positives. I will be talking about Leicester a little bit later on in the week. But like I said, for me, I had to feel like I had to have a couple of days to appreciate what happened on Saturday. And what makes it even greater is the fact that City drew. And even though you might go, but what if we got a better result in the week? We'd be further clear. I look at the Brentford game more than anything else, and that's not even Arsenal's fault. That's the referee's fault, and those in VAR. So, you can't even look at that as drop points, because we didn't drop the points. The PGMOL, or wherever it is, with Lee Mason dropped the points for us there. So I can't even blame the club for that. And you think it's those 2 points that were dropped, and then where do you look after that? Everton, we didn't deserve to win at Everton, in my opinion. Newcastle, we deserved to get something out of that, but again, we should have got a penalty, we didn't. And Southampton away, we should have got a penalty, and we didn't, and we did take the lead there. But you can't. It's not often you look at 3 games in a season that could have cost you, especially when you're Arsenal, when sometimes we're out of every competition by this stage of the season. So, it's more than positive. And with our running as well, and I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but with our running, we really have to take advantage of this running. And even if that means chucking the Europa League out, I would love a European trophy, and I'll be talking about that nearer the Europa League fixtures again. But as of right now, we go again, one game at a time, as Arteta would really put it. And Leicester is going to be a tough one. But, it's what a great week to enjoy Saturday for everything around it. The Chelsea loss, the Newcastle loss, the City draw, and we'll bask in that until Friday, I'd say.